encontrado el amor. Again, welcome in. This is the second match in a row here for our Keene State Valorant team. Those yesterday had saw the match. Sadly, did not turn out in our favor, leaving our current record. Just gonna get the number up to be sure. Yep, it was a 0-2 last night. So hopefully today, Keene State College looks to kind of claim back that loss that was obtained yesterday. So we are again seeing the same lineup of players yesterday, with Froggy the Elite coming in once again in substitution here for Chimp, who is out currently indefinitely. So as a similar way to yesterday, the team is heading up to Bind for our first map here today against California State. All right, it looks like we're starting in. All right, and if you did tune in yesterday, you will see that the same comp is being run that we saw from them, with Isa again being on the duelist. We are seeing the neon pick come out again, and we are seeing the not so tested comp that we usually run of kind of having that Sky and
Gecko.
oh yeah, Sky and Gecko, thank you. I couldn't think of his name for a second. Sky Gecko and the Brimstone here for Mish. And for seeing from California State University here, we are seeing... Oh, I thought we were about to get a deadlock there for a second. But a little bit of hesitation here from California State University as they try to decide what they pick. And now that I'm seeing it, they have a player by the name of Pooping.
Very interesting name, right?
Yeah, if that doesn't strike fear in the hearts of the enemies, I don't know what will. Ooh, I thought I was about to see the Viper pick there for a minute. Their controller seemed to...
They're definitely taking their time.
We are going to see a pick that we don't have very often here. However, we are seeing... So we are seeing the Clove come in, which is one of the which is a newer character on the roster for Valorant here. We are seeing that Phoenix that we have seen pull out against Keene State College, but almost feels like every game that we've commentated over this year. But otherwise, we are seeing a double duelist comp from California State University that will give them a lot of entry onto their sites here. However, they might struggle a little bit to hold on to certain sites there with that kind of lack of sight line control. However, Clove can still use her smokes when she is down, though. So that is a variable to consider coming into this match.
It does seem like Keene State are planning to attack A point first on this very first round.
This first round is very important for both teams here, as they do want to try to grab that momentum that we have mentioned before from each other and be able to kind of start having the match go their way and be able to gain that economy momentum. We are seeing a bit of hesitation here from Keene State College, but the smokes here will cut off sight lines here for California State University, allowing Keene State College to get on to half the point here. We're seeing the Gecko plant with Wingman. The plant will come off, putting the clock in favor of Keene State College. They do back up here, giving up some space in order to preserve their numbers, as it is currently a 4v5. It's currently a 4v4, a 2v4. In favor of California State University. CSU does attempt the defuse here. However, Mish will not be able to secure that lineup on the Brimstone Molly, and that will be the first round in favor of California State University.
At least you got us one, am I right?
That is true.
Right here.
We are seeing both teams here. We are seeing actually Keene State College is going to attempt to save with only Issa buying that light shield in order to try to entry. However, we will see California State University force a buy in order to try to easily secure this round. So any kills here for Keene State College can be huge in denying California State University that lead that they want to gain.
Unfortunately, Misha is picked off very, very early on.
We're currently seeing that Mish will be picked off early. This will make Keene State College's approach a lot more difficult, as those smokes are vital for shutting down some of these sight lines, especially when behind on economy.
It does seem like Keene State are rotating it over to B point.
We currently do see that Issa is attempting to, appears to bait on A site in order to allow 3 of Keene State College's players to rotate over to B, as it will only be Phoenix that will be on that site for California State University. It appears
we are rotating back
they
towards
do
A.
hit the teleport in order to confuse the enemy and force even more rotates to occur. Wingman will be found, which will put Keene State College in a difficult position here, as California State University will find 3 players, leaving only Shotgun User with a classic. Again, this is a save round, so any value they can find here will be massive. However, that will be 5 picks of Keene State College and will be the second round in favor of California State University. We are seeing Keene State College here forcing a buy in order to cut off the momentum of California State University, who will still be sitting on, resting on their laurels, as some might say, in order to kind of secure, again, that monetary value from those buys they made earlier, bonusing. The Cypher setup here can be fatal for Keene State College if they do not deal with it. Shotgun User will be found by California State University's Gengar. He's attempting to try to find a pick here. The flash will come out from Chum and will find Issa. However, Mish will be able to trade him out.
We do get that pick off the early Phoenix ult.
Taking that out of the equation here will make their approach on these next few pushes hard. Yeri will find Gengar, getting the plant off. However, Pooping on the Clove will find Mish. Pooping will find Yeri and will begin to defuse, attempting to pick through the boxes here. However, they will stick, and that will be the third round in favor of California State University.
Froggy does make it out and able to save their gun.
Yeah, saving that ego here can be very can be a boon here for Keene State College, who are attempting to force a buy here to again try to gain that foothold necessary for them to gain come back from this 3-0 deficit. We have seen the Cypher setup on here before. That Molly will force Shotgun User to put himself in a bad position, as he will be found by Chum.
They do get KO'd knife, removing their abilities for a few seconds.
making any kind of push here if possible to Keene State College. The Clove Smoke will go down, and it will still be a 5v3 in favor of California State. Chu will find Mish.
Gun here. Somebody's there.
Keene State have decided to rotate towards A, but 2 people from are still
30 seconds left.
holding down at this point.
Spike wings.
And Yeri will opt to not pick up the Dizzy.
Last player standing.
Ooh, pooping fine Yeri.
Left.
All Froggy can really do is just try to survive and save.
Keene State College here is really getting blocked off from being able to assert themselves onto these sites with the comp that California State University has. They have a lot of options available to them on how they do want to kind of contest that push that they might have, such as that we've seen the Phoenix Molly come out a lot, and it has found a lot of value in stopping pushes or misplacing some of Keene State College's players. They will need to find some way to be able to kind of secure these sites through these counter pushes.
I do see the mosh pit lineup come out from Yeri. A lot of util going out to try to secure that.
Spike planted.
Ooh, however, Issa will be found. Shotgun user will be found as well by both Donnie Dree and Sonodon.
I must wait a moment. I must wait a moment.
Getting our frames once again. Mish will use the ult there to try to stop that defuse, and however Froggy will be by himself here. Will he be able to stop this defuse? He will find Gengar, and however Pooping will find Froggy.
Right there.
Alright, as we see here, Keene State College will be attempting a push on to B site, starting from long here. We will see the Mosh come out in order to stop kind of that push for the right, from the right side of the site.
Spike planted.
The spike will putting the clock in favor of Keene State College here. Issa trying to claim some parts of site here. However, alright, we will see that Sotodon will start to defuse. However, he will stop as Keene State College does kind of try to contest that sight line. Issa will be found, Froggy will be found by Gengar and Sotodon respectively, and that will be the 6th round in favor of California State University. Alright, and as we again approach the 7th round, we are seeing Keene State College currently looking to attempt a A-site push. However, we will see the lurk come out from Froggy, trying to catch some people who might be flanking. We did see yesterday, for those who tuned in, That flanking was a big thorn in the side here for Keene State College. However, Issa will attempt to enter and will find Sonodon, leaving it to a 4v4. Both teams missing one initiator. However,
Ooh.
Pooping will find Issa. Froggy will find the Gengar. Pooping will find Mish, and Yeri will find Pooping in return. However, Pooping will pop the Cloval, which will give them another shot here if they do decide to use it. They are on a timer here, though, so it will appear that Keene State College will rotate in order to prevent the value for coming out from that Cloval, and that Cloval will go down, leaving it to a 2v2 here. Both teams having one ult. Keene State College might decide to use it.
Spike planted.
I will see the Phoenix will come out. Choom will find Yeri. Froggy the Elite here by himself. The Flash will come out, and Choom will find both, however, as they will approach site for that defuse. Yeah, that Phoenix ult being, as we had mentioned a couple days ago, the Phoenix ult does only cost 6 ult points, which means that it is one of the most common ults you will see in any game where he has played, as it becomes extremely easy for him to be able to get it, as the duelist will look for picks a lot of the time here.
That Phoenix ult was also used on the other side of Elevator so that Keene State could not easily find
the origin of his ult, which he is forced to teleport back to after a short duration.
or his ult being killed.
Yeah. We are seeing Yeri come out with Thrash. However, we will not find anyone in Lamps. Ooh, Ed Pooping will quickly go to retake Lamps, finding Shotgun User. Without that initiator, Keene State College will be left in a hard predicament. Pooping will find Mish through the smoke. Pooping will find Yeri, leaving Issa and Froggy to pick up the pieces here of this push. Ooh, however, the operator from Gengar will find Issa here, leaving a currently 1v5 for Froggy again. He might decide to once again save in order to kind of get something out of this round.
This is going to be kind of a hard save because we have to wait 30 seconds before the round's over, and in that time they're probably able to hunt them down, but we'll see.
Maybe, if they do decide to. However, while we do have some time here, we would like to thank our premier sponsor of the OWL Media Network, which will be the New Hampshire National Guard. So please go visit www.nationalguard.com/nh or call 1-800-GO-GUARD for more information.
It does seem like Froggy is able to get the save, which is very nice for Keene State.
They will study, and then they will die.
All right,
And
we
it looks
will
like
see a timeout occur. As we had mentioned here, Keene State College is having a difficult time here getting onto that site and asserting control over it. We are seeing that some of the picks that California State have played really well into how Keene State College tries to assert control over site. So we've seen that the Molly from Phoenix has provided a lot of utility here for them, as we have seen by the likes of Shotgun User being put in a position where he has to push forward in order to avoid the damage, and that in turn resulting in a pick from that utility being used. We are also seeing the Cypher find a lot of utility within his tripwires on B site, which have made it very difficult to push, especially since the way you can set it up on B site prevents it from being destroyed without putting yourself in massive danger. And we will see the timeout finish up here as the 9th round will continue here. Keene State College at a 8-round deficit. However, Keene State College will have 2 ults available to them in this round. However, they are on a rough economy here, where most players on the team will have to sacrifice some purchasing power. However, Gengar will find Yeri.
Down B.
We will see a dog come out. Keene State College is aware of that tripwire there.
Keene State are just opting to go towards A site instead. We do see that Sky ult comes out that will reveal where players are on the other team.
Poopig will find shotgun user, however. The site cut in half by Misha Smokes. We will see the Neon ult come out. However, Chum will be in a position to find Issa as she does peek out of the smoke. Chum will find Mish. Leaving it to a 1v5 again for Froggy here.
8 HP.
Ooh, however, Chum will find Froggy, leaving him 3 kills and the 9th round in favor of Keene State College. We are seeing a lot of value here come out of Pooping's Clove pick so far. Because despite him finding a ton of value in the way he's peeking around his smokes, that ult has allowed them to claim a lot of space here and has forced rotations from Keene State College so far. Keene State College will have to shut down him and Chum in order to be able to secure some of these rounds here.
Unfortunately, the KO knife does get Issa, removing their abilities for a certain amount of time. Pooping get another 2 kills right off the bat from Keene State. 3.
Pooping finding 3, however, and with that ult that we talked about, the Clove ult will come out, which will allow her to try to recontest the site. However, Yeri will find Pooping. Shum will find Yeri, and Shum will also find Issa in that corner, which will be the 10th round in favor of California State University here. We are going to see again Keene State College here set up for a B push through Hookah, I believe is the call, in order to try to gain control over this B site. However, the Cypher tripwires will again be set up on here, as Chum will see them attempt to push long here. Shotgun user taking control of Hookah.
We do see Mish.
Mish
get
will
an early pick on the Phoenix ult.
eliminating that value and get from it. Yeri will find Donnie G. However, Sonodan and Chum will find 2. Froggy will find Chum. And however, Sonodan will find Issa. And with that KO ult, will find 3 players. And I'm not sure if you heard it here, Jack, but I did not hear that ult come out until I saw him in the form.
Yeah, I don't know if I heard that either. A lot was going out on that round.
That is true. This will be the last round of this half, however. Keene State College here at a 11 round deficit here. This next half will have to go very well for them here if they do want a chance of bringing it to overtime. However, California State University will have that strong lead, only needing 2 rounds from here on out to win this match in the best of 3 series. Ooh, Pooping in the smoke will find Yeri with the shorty.
Fortunately, Issa's also found off-picked. And shotgun user leaving it to a 2v5.
Mish on very low HP as well. Ooh, Chum will swing that quickly, finding Froggy with it. And
Another
will ult
Phoenix
there
ult
and
coming out.
will find. I think that Phoenix had ulted 4 times within that half.
I know.
which is a insane amount. However, Keene State College here will be at match point, and it will be up to them to win these next 12 matches in a row if they do want to take it to overtime here tonight. Otherwise, they will be starting the next match out at 0-1 for this best of 3 series tonight. In situations like this, it is key to keep your mental up and your players, in a sense, together. From experience, it can be extremely difficult in situations like this. Issa opting for a aggressive play. Shotgun user will find 2. Taking the fight to them. Issa will find another 2. Then we get to a 4v1. And Shotgun user
Very
will
nice
find
from
3.
Keene State, winning a round over.
The aggression there coming out in favor for them. It appeared that California State University was not expecting that kind of aggression there from Issa, and will find a lot of value within that push. However, it still will require 11 more rounds here from Keene State College to secure that overtime.
We do see the dog used to fake the teleporter and get more info on the other side, unfortunately missing the jet.
Yeah, due to that aggressive play that Keene State College did have, it does appear that California State University is attempting a much more defensive approach, waiting for Keene State College to approach them rather than trying to take control of a site. After all, we are seeing the shorty from Choom trying to find someone who might peek around. However, Keene State College will use the clock to their advantage and will have the patience to not push out into this other team. However, we will see California State University's players start to congregate over on A site, but with only appears to be Mish and Issa on point here. 3 Keene State College's players on B site here.
Mish
Mish
does
will
get a
find-
pick on the Choom. Yeri getting 2, and Shotgun user also getting traded out. It is now a 2v1 in favor of Keene.
Yeri will
Yeri
find-
getting 3 that round. Keene State are bringing it back.
If they're able to hold on to this momentum for the rest of the match here,
We could
If-
see a possible 12-12 game.
ten more matches here required for Keene State College in order to secure that overtime that gracious overtime that we have mentioned here. Yeah, Keene State College here cannot pull any of their punches, as it will require every single round to be won from here on out to secure that overtime. However, it will appear that California State University will attempt again, what is called a default play, which is trying to catch some of Keene State College's players who might be pushing out here.
It does seem like Keene State have figured out that the clove is coming through. Hookah? I think that's what that's called. Mish getting a
wall bang.
wall bang, thank you. I was trying to-
Yeah, and finding the clove here, which is one of California State University's star players, as they will attempt to rotate onto A site. Shotgun user will throw out the flash, will not find California State University players, who will attempt a flash of their own.
Unfortunately, Froggy does get caught out, and Shotgun user gets caught out. Never mind. The reload came in clutch, and he was able to get a pick. Going for that wall bang once again.
However, Shotgun User will find him. Yeri by himself here does have a Bulldog to his name. Will he be able to find some of California State University's players? This wall going down will spell doom for one player. However, Mish will find Sonadon. Mish will find Donnie G. It's just Choom here with low HP.
Mish does have the health advantage, and
Mish
Mish
will
coming in
find
clutch.
Getting this 15th round in favor of Keene State College.
Very exciting moments for Keene State, bringing it back.
It's game by game and step by step here for Keene State College. Every play matters. Every shot taken will matter here for them in order to try to secure an even match.
Could you see the aggressive Prim ult goes out?
Yuri found one by Pooping. Pooping will pop the ult here.
Mish also finds another.
Pooping will find one, which will get the resurrection. However, Gary will trade, however, leaving it to a 4v3 in favor of Keene State College here. However, Phoenix does have ult. He might opt to use it aggressively, as we have seen in previous rounds here. Who will know? And the clock is in favor of the attackers from California State University. Gengar on top of boxes here. Oh, however, the top of U-Haul will be traded out by Mish here, quickly becoming the star of this match.
It is a 3v2, but it is in favor of Keene State. Froggy does find the other Cypher.
Attempts to hold them off here. The trade will come out, but will it be enough time? Sadly, it will not be, and that will be the last round for California State University, taking the first game here.
Very unfortunate, but Keene State had some really great plays at the end of those matches.
Hopefully coming into the second match here, they will be able to find that flow state for themselves. Both Yeri and Mish pulling off some heroics in order to secure some of those later rounds. However, Pooping and Choom are proving a problem here for our players and will be almost a, not sure what the exact language would be, but both of them will be required to be taken down in order for Keene State College to secure rounds for themselves.
All right. I think while we wait for that next match to start, we're going to take a quick break.
All right, and welcome back again. We are seeing Keene State College bring it over to Ascent, a map well practiced by them, and exactly what they want to play here.
For Ascent, it looks like Shotgun User is switching over to the KO, which is my personal favorite character to play in this game besides for Gecko, which I'm very excited to see how he does.
You know, get some use out of Yeri. Yeri getting use out of Gecko. All right, but we are seeing a classic comp here that is played quite often by Keene State College on the maps they're more comfortable here on. And from California State, they have not locked in these picks yet, but we are seeing them hover that Harbor pick.
Very interesting.
Which is not something you see every day, especially not in a competitive league such as this. We will see the lock-in for that Cypher and Gecko, both very popular picks.
Of course.
Offer a lot of value to their team in different ways.
Another weird pair we're seeing being hovered by Gengar is the Yoru, which is definitely he's definitely a popular duelist, but it's not really considered one of the better ones, I'd say.
We are going to see the lock-in on that Harbor from Pooping. And we are seeing two newcomers that we have not seen played in the league so far yet, which will be that Yoru from Gengar. Almost seeing a bit fitting. I don't know why, but Gengar and Yoru. But and we are going to see Pooping on the Harbor. So it will be interesting to see how Keene State College will deal with these picks. As we will see that Harbor might prevent some of the value, especially since he has so many line-of-sight blockers for that Sova that we have seen Yeri so proficiently use so far this year.
Once again, we see that Yeri has a Sova Dart lineup to scan the enemy.
He will have it does appear that he has a Sova Dart set up for nearly anywhere on this map, which I'm sure is absolutely intentional here by Keene State College, especially with Coach Zoinks.
It's a very easy way to find out what point they're going to very early on, because they either get scanned by the dart, break the dart, or just not there at all. As we see with that Silver Dart, that they will be... I think they destroyed it.
Ooh, we don't get the pick. We will see a lot of utility gear come out from California State as they will assert control over B-site. Gengar on some lower HP here.
We do see the spike go down. Well, Keene State are trying to recontest point.
Expending a lot of utility here. However, the call will be made for a push-in by Keene State College here. Issa just walking by Pooping. Pooping finding Issa. Donnie G finding Yeri here, leaving it to a 3v4 in favor of California State. Shotgun User will be caught in the open here. However, Mish will trade out. Soda Don Pooping finding Shotgun User on the other side of the point here. Donnie G being found by Mish. Oh, and Mish will be found in the last pick there, securing the first round for California State University. We are seeing a lot more confidence here from Keene State College as they do come into the second match. Hopefully they have gotten into that comfort or that flow state that that can be so vital in being able to secure these rounds. However, we will see California State prepare to attack onto A site through long.
It seems like Shotgun User is taking an aggressive approach to knife in order to detect if they're there.
Ooh.
Getting caught, but detecting 4 people with the knife. Throwing down a lot of utility to make sure they delay the entry.
Yeah, that breach E can be quite devastating for push here. However, Gengar will teleport in. We'll find Shotgun User. The flash blocking him on his way out. Issa will be hit by 2 flashes here and will be picked off by Choom as they will be seen going through that harbor wall.
Froggy does get a pick on the enemy Yoru.
However, Chum will find Yeri.
A lot of spam is just going through the door, hoping to get a pick.
Utility is being thrown around here to try to find value. However,
Mish
Mish
is-
will find Donnie G with Dizzy out. Chum will find Froggy the Elite. Everyone is looking at that door to try to find Mish.
Unfortunately, being wall banged.
And Pooping will shoot through the wall to secure that kill onto Mish. All right, we approach the third round here. We will see this third round, which will be a difficult position for Keene State College to be in, as it will appear that the economy will be in favor of California State University here, as Keene State College. Oh, now taking a double look at this, however, we are seeing a good amount of buys here from Keene State College.
Unfortunately, the KO knife does not detect anybody, but we do know that they're coming that way. They are using a lot of utility just to enter this point.
Pooping here, trying to look for a way to get out of the smoke here. However, the flash will come out, which will make shotgun, which will help to find shotgun user here. However, Gengar and Chum will collapse onto Issa, finding her. Chum will get the pick onto Mish, leaving it to a 2v5 here in favor of California State University, as Yeri does approach site here. Clock in favor of California. Yeri will find Donnie G. The shock dart will come out. Will find Pooping. The sonar dart will come out, revealing, and through the wall, Yeri will be fine Chum, leaving it to a 1v2 here.
Yeri does know the Cypher is in there.
Oh, however, Sonodon will find it, and Froggy will find Sonodon. A
very nice play from Keene
amazing
State.
push onto site from Keene State College's players, as they will find all 5 players winning that 2v5. Amazing work and coordination from the team in order to secure that round. And it will put California State University in a difficult position to buy here, as they will be buying on margin in order to be able to try to get that comeback.
Yeri does detect someone with the sonar dart.
Froggy using Cage in order to try to block off that sight line and prevent them from pushing in here. However, the hard roll will come out, which will mean that Froggy will have to reposition in order to prevent that stun from coming out. However, he will be stunned and will be in the sight line of... Oh, however, he will be pushed out of that sight line. And Chum will find Issa and Shotgun User. They get to and Chum will find Yeri too. And Poopig will find Froggy while Froggy is reloading. Mish in a 1v5 situation here. Very difficult to be in. Poopig is pushing aggressively with that Bucky. However, that flash will come out and will find Mish, allowing Gengar to get that pick and secure the 4th round for California State University.
I'll find them.
The Sova Dart coming out again. Will expose the push onto site here, as Froggy does reposition in order to try to hold it. Sadly, Gengar will find the pick onto Froggy, who does have a classic here from the save round that Keene State College is attempting here. Ooh, the flashlight will come out. Ooh, however, Pooping will find Shotgun User with a shotgun. Some might call that poetic in a way. We will see that teleport come out. Ooh,
Yeri does find one.
That one is good for Keene State College to find on their save round. which will allow all of Keene State College's players to buy, except Shotgun User. Our Shotgun User will still be able to buy Light Shield and a Vandal here. And this will put a even round here for both teams coming into it.
It does seem like California are opting to go towards A point as of right now. We do see that Yoru Oak comes out, which does make him invisible and allow him to scout around for information.
Depending on how he uses it here, it can do a lot of different things. However, it will allow them to aggressively gain control of this site. Oh, Yeri will try to duel the Gengar. However, Gengar will find Yeri, and Chum will find Shotgun User. Issa opens up the tree door in order to try to secure a sight line. The Shockwave will come out in order to try to find Yeri. However, Yeri will dodge it. Pooping, repositioning himself here in tree in order to try to find Issa. Time is running out here for Keene State College in this round. Pooping will attempt to push Froggy the Elite, will miss. Froggy will punish.
Keene State are just deciding to save this round rather than try to push in and defuse because they ran out of time.
That will leave the 6th round in favor of California State University.
We know more than we did before.
That is not a term I've heard for a kill here for Valorant Unlife, but we will make sure that Yeri does know that you appreciate his Unlife.
We do see Yeri here taking a different approach with the Sona Dart rather than doing the same one. I see the plan here, trying to get a wallbang kill, but unfortunately that Sova, not Sova,
Harbor
Breach,
roll.
Harbor, thank you.
Yeah, the harbor roll will force him to reposition here.
We do
A
see
personal
few
favorite
ults.
strategy of mine from that I do love to implement in my games. Yeri will find Gengar through the wall. Yeri will find 2, and it will be 4 kills for Chum. However, Sonodon will find Yeri and will secure the round for California State University. Oh, I didn't know that you could do that with that skin. Interesting. Flexing the Kurenami Vandal on all of us here as we enter into this 8th round.
Does seem like California are planning to attack A, which not many of us are posted on right now.
Yeah, Keene State College will opt to try to play a lot more on mid. And might pull out that aggressive duelist play that we have seen them use before here. Shotgun User will peek around, finding Gengar.
Getting that early pick is very nice for Keene State.
However, exploiting that stacking onto mid, alright, not RIT.
We should
California
find
State
another.
will push on to A site and get down the flank, putting the clock in favor of them. Pooping will find Mish with that judge. Ooh, and Pooping will find the second one, leading the match in favor of Keene State. Oh wait, of California State. Alright, and as we enter into the 9th round here in this match, we are seeing Keene State College being able to pull a full buy for their round and sitting on top of 5 ultimates here. They might use some of them here to try and secure some of these rounds to gain back that momentum from those early rounds. Issa will be exposed here as they will attempt to push into them. Yeri will find Donny G with the Sova Dart. However, Keene State College will opt to back out and take that advantage that they've gained with that early peak. The Breach ult will come out to try to gain control of sight.
We do
However,
see the Neon ult come out.
We will see many ults come out this match. However, Yeri will not Yeri. Issa will be found by Sonadon, and Shotgun's users. Shotgun users KO will run out, as both teams have expended in total, I think it was 3 or 4 ults here to try to gain control of this B site. Gengar will find Froggy the elite here.
Found. Yeri is also found, leaving it.
Shotgun user will find 2, however, through the smoke, and it will just leave Gengar by himself. And Shotgun user will find Gengar. Shotgun user pulling off some heroics here and try and stop this momentum that California State has built themselves here today.
Very nice play from Shotgun user there. Seems like Keene State are once again trying to do that aggressive mid push, but instead of Yeri being there this time, he just decided to opt towards holding down the B point.
However, that push will not find many, as they will gain control of A site from understacking it. Keene State College does group up in order to try to retake control of this site. Issa does try to push through tree doors, does decide against it as that fast lane will come down. However, the harbor wall will come up to try to stop that sight line, as Issa does try to look for flankers here. However, Pooping will push quickly, finding 2. Yeri will find another 2 with that. Yeri here finding 3, and Froggy will find the last one. Just has to find the spike to defuse it here. It will be close. Will he be able to get it off in time?
Oh, so close.
And a half a second away from defusing that spike. It will be that 10th round in favor of California State. And to answer Iam's question, our matches are scheduled by Playfly Esports, which is the current organization that Keene State College participates in.
Does seem like we see a lineup for the flash nade from Shotgun user.
Attempting this aggressive push once again. However, it does appear that Pooping does recognize that this coming out. Gengar will find Issa with that Vandal headshot. Pooping here attempting an aggressive push here will find Shotgun user. Chu will find Froggy the Elite with that Odin. Leaving Yeri and Mish here in a 2v5 situation. However, we are well aware that Yeri is not one to shy away from these rounds. Same with Mish, who is shaking their head at Yeri. Oh, however, Chum will be found. Chum will find both Mish and Yeri with that Odin, getting a flawless round here for California State, as it will be 2-9 in favor of them. The last round and a half here in this first half, Keene State College currently 2-9. They might try to secure what is known as the 9-3 curse for themselves here.
That would be a very great decision from Keene State.
I mean, they are trying. Well, I don't think decision's the right word.
I fumbled my words there, but I'm not gonna lie. We see another
I'd be lying if I said I
lineup.
never did it. We are going to see a lot of ults come out here, as both teams are going to be forced to use them or lose them here. However, Shotgun user will be found by
Mish getting a very nice pick on Pooping. And Chum only having a micro amount of health is a very nice advantage towards Keene State. Mish
will win the duel against Gengar. Lots of flashes coming out here. And Mish will use the teleport to the advantage and force them to look the wrong direction as they push in here, finding picks for Keene State College. And it will be brought down to a 2v4 here for in favor of Keene State College. Mish will find the head of Donnie G. They get just to the breach here, and that will be 9-3. Hopefully invoking that curse that so many have talked about.
We saw some very nice plays from Mish there specifically, I would like to mention. That teleport was fantastic.
That teleport, in a sense, won Keene State College that round. 9-3 currently.
The curse might come out in favor of Keene State. We'll just have to wait and see.
Do remember, it is 13 rounds here to win for either team. If both teams reach that 12 match mark, that 12 matches won, that will bring it to overtime for them. So the dart will come out, will hit the wall, and try to find people sitting on mid. It does appear that Keene State College will opt to push through mid to try to gain control of B site using that market sight line. Our teams will not rotate fast. They will not be able to rotate fast enough as Issa doesn't have to push on the site. Look at the flank off. However, Gengar will find Issa. Sodadon will find shotgun user.
Currently a 2v5 situation, not in favor of Keene State, unfortunately.
Ooh, Pooping will find Yeri though, and Pooping will find Froggy the Elite as well, which will be that 13th round in favor of California State. We have seen a lot this match, Pooping opting for that playstyle that does evolve around using that shotgun. Those plays are especially a lot more viable as someone who will be playing smokes. Not sure that'd be the right word considering whoever uses water, but anyway, which is a lot more viable for that kind of play style and will allow them to find a lot of value out of those cheaper purchases. Ooh, however, Sodadon will find Issa through the wall here with that Ares. However, shotgun user will start the plant here. And Keene State College will put the clock in their favor here. Getting that plant down on their save round will allow them to secure a little more economy. Shotgun user looking for picks here. Playing a little more aggressively. Pooping, however, will be able to punish shotgun user. Asserting a lot of control over site here. It is a very difficult position for any of Keene State College players here. However, Mish will find one, and that one will be big for them here as it was a save round from Keene State College. We are seeing California State here opt for a cheaper buy, will not buy a full loadout here, which will give Keene State College that slight advantage that might be needed in order to secure the round. Shotgun user will find Gengar. So using utility to try to secure that entry onto site.
We do see a lot of utility come out just to try and interpoint. Issa getting a pick and Mish also getting another pick.
Trading 2 for 1 there. Yeri will find Pooping coming through the smoke to try to find that shotgun kill. Sodadon coming around, however, Yeri will find that pick and will get the plant off in order to secure that 15th round for Keene State College.
Shotgun user does detect the Gecko with his knife. Using a lineup to throw this Molly. Unfortunately, Issa is picked off very early on.
Ooh, it will be left in a 1v4 here. Froggy Elite, however, Gengar will find Froggy the Elite, as that will be that 60th round for RI. RIT, that was yesterday's opponent. Will be the 60th round here for California State, as they will be brought to match point and currently 12-4. Keene State College will need to win these next 8 matches in a row if they do want to take it to overtime, which will be necessary for them if they want this night to continue here.
I think Yeri is trying to do a lineup here, but Issa might be in the way just a little bit.
All right. However, the setup will be found.
We do see someone coming into mid behind Keene State. But Keene State making a very aggressive approach onto B point. Yeri getting a very early pickoff is... It is a 2v2 situation, so it can go either way. But Yeri does find the early pick.
Leaving just California State's Gecko here. Keene State College opting to pop the ult to try to secure this round.
We do see that Sonar Dark come out. Unfortunately, does not reveal the Gecko. But we do see the Sova drone come out. We do know where the Gecko is. Trying to get a wall bang off of him.
Will find a little damage from him. However, Donnie G will find him. However, Yeri will find Donnie G in return. That will be that 17th round for Keene State College. Sova coming out, and that will expose that Sonadon here. We will see the Sova will come out trying to find him. However, none of the shots will be able to find that Cypher. However, Sonadon will find 2, and they will attempt to clinch onto this hallway here. Chum will find another 2 here, and that will be Donnie G finding Yeri for the night, as that will be 0-2. And will mean that California State will take the night away here.
Very unfortunate loss for Keene State, but I will say Keene State did not go down without a fight.
All right, and we will be back soon with a little more for you guys here tonight.
Hello, hello.
All right, welcome in. And as we come to this end of the night, we do have a few questions for you. One of the ones that's been in a lot of our minds so far has been these recent roster changes, especially with the loss of Mr. Chimp and the placement of Froggy the Elite onto that starting five. So tell us, how does that impact how you guys take these matches going forward?
Yeah, I'd say the loss of Mr. Chimp is definitely keenly felt. It's a little rough to change our game plan going forward, but we're all hopeful that Mr. Chimp can return next semester in the spring. We're all hopeful for that. But Sheldon has been a phenomenal substitute. That's Froggy the Elite. He's been a phenomenal substitute so far, helping us out in practice and in games. And I've been trying to incorporate him more into the starting roster over the last couple weeks. And finally, that preparedness kind of paid off because they've been playing great. The comms have been great. And although we don't have the same starting five that we began with even a couple weeks ago, or even at the beginning of the semester, I still feel confident, and I'm really happy that everybody is improving from our baseline performance at the beginning of the semester, and I feel like the team feels that as well, even if we didn't get a win tonight.
Absolutely, absolutely. To kind of relate to that, back to the beginning, is there any changes that you've noticed or want to make note on that you've seen from the first match of the season, or even the first practice to today, that you want to highlight?
Yeah, totally. I think my first post-game interview was after our week 1 game. And the difference from then until now has been huge. I think then I mentioned that I was focusing a lot on the team's fundamentals, like not focusing too much on strats, just asking them, how can I make you guys comfortable as players? How can I get you guys to talk to each other? Because communication is so important in a team-based game like Valorant. And I really feel like even with the roster changes that we had recently, that everybody on the team, their communication skills in-game have skyrocketed. And it's so much easier to work with, and for them to actually play off each other and play with each other, even on the fly when they can talk to each other effectively. And I really feel like that is happening, like as seen in like our pistol round on Bind, our defense pistol, the first round we won that game. That was all like off the cuff. They were talking to each other, and the comms were really good, and it ended up working out and getting us a round win there.
For the players, how do you try to keep their mental up? Because it's not fun to lose, to be honest, but like having that mental stay up is a great way to try to get that win.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I think. Sorry, do you have something to add?
I was just going to mention, as both of us are players, we've both been in scenarios where
Totally.
The match is down and you just it ruins entire game plans.
Yeah. Definitely a couple of lopsided scores on some maps the past couple of days. We played a game yesterday as well. I would say the biggest thing is just setting expectations at the very beginning. Not the expectation is not that we're going to lose. The expectation is a lot bigger than that. It's we are here to practice. We are here to refine our skills and get better. And that goes through all of our practices and all of our games. Winning is not the end all be all. The whole point that I want to impress to my students now is like I think I said this in my first interview. I don't care super much about our winning record right now, or wins and losses right now. I want to make them the best players that they can be in the long run. So that means focusing on the fundamentals first, like I said, building up that strong foundation, instead of trying to go for gimmicky stuff or gimmicky plays that I can teach quickly that might catch our opponents off guard. But it's trying to build them from the ground up. We're playing opponents of a huge variety of skill levels in the NACE sorry, in the Playfly Varsity Plus division. So we get to test our, test our strats, test our responses against a whole bunch of different levels of opponents, and kind of benchmark ourselves. So um, the only person that they should be feeling pressure from, hopefully for all my players, is themselves. It's not the external. I really hope that they're not having any pressure from being on the stream with the viewers. Although usually it's very supportive with friends and family making up a lot of the viewership. But I really like them to appreciate, and I think they do, the long-term view that I have for the team, and also to embrace the fact that Valorant's supposed to be for fun. So if you're not having fun, especially in like a team environment, everything else is secondary to that, winning or losing. So that's what I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely. An amazing answer. Thank you. Would you have any more notes that you want to add on to that, Jack? Or
Not as of right now. Nope.
all right. Then I believe we might hop into whoever we'll be interviewing next very shortly.
Okay, thank you so much.
Hello and welcome in. We are here with one of our players. This is Mish, known to others as Haley. And kind of the first questions that we have for you today is, how do you feel about some of the recent like roster changes coming into some of these matches?
Yeah, so we're definitely trying to work out a few kinks. It's not going as bad as I was expecting. I'm actually pretty impressed with our flexibility. Do think we have some things to work on, and the doubleheader didn't quite help us, but I think we'll get there.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And another question as well, for some of these maps that are not well practiced for you guys, such as that bind one that we've seen, how do you guys approach those without some of that practice that we've seen on such as like Ascent or Heaven?
Yeah, so with bind, I think we've worked on it once or twice now. We start off with our defense for the most part, pretty basic. We'll have like specific setups that we'll do. And then with attacking, it's pretty much, can we hold W onto a site and not die too bad?
Yeah, be able to hold control of it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely difficult, but I think the more we work on the maps, the better we'll get on them.
Absolutely. As well, another question. As we've had these not only roster changes, we've had some role switch arounds as well. How has that impacted what comps you guys are trying to run here this season compared to what you had before?
Yeah, no, we did have a couple switches on roles. So I know Issa, who used to be our Sentinel, is now playing Duelist, which is a very big switch. It's a complete 180 in terms of what you're supposed to do as an agent. So I think that's probably been our biggest switch. We do have a couple people stepping into roles if we need them to, but for the most part that's been our big thing. So I think working with Issa, I know outside of practicing games, just trying to work on a little bit more synergy.
Yeah, absolutely. And just a question related. With the comps you guys pick, is this something that kind of came more naturally as people expressed what picks they're comfortable on, or is this stuff you worked on before? Because we've seen that double initiator comp be pulled out, I believe, almost I want to say
Yeah.
every match
Yeah.
you guys have played so far, we've seen that double initiator. So what has gone into picking that, and how would that change your game plan?
Yeah, so we tend to do a double initiator. There's pretty much two types of initiators. So there's a flash initiator and then there's an info initiator. So with our team, we found that it works best if we have one of both, which obviously means we need two of them. And then the rest, we just try to fill one of every other role. It's interesting because we have played against teams who don't necessarily stack more evenly, but they'll put like two duelists
Yeah,
and
we've
an
seen
initiator.
that two duelist comps
Yeah.
a lot this season so
Yeah.
far.
No, and it's really interesting to play against because I've noticed that they tend to just hold W more rather than like take a step back and reevaluate their decision.
Yeah. And kind of that, and to wrap up with last question. How do you feel kind of going forward for these next couple of matches that are going to be coming up for you guys in the next few weeks?
Yeah, I think it'll be good. We're going to be playing another RIT team. I believe it's the Lime team next week. So we're excited to get another stab at it. I don't know. I think it'll be good. I think once we get used to the new comp and the new roles, it'll kind of flow a little better.
Absolutely. Again, we'd like to thank you for coming in. And as we go up, we'll be closing out very shortly. Alright, welcome in as we close out the stream for today. We'd like to again thank all the sponsors we've had with us. We didn't exactly get around to naming a lot of them off today, but other than that, we'd like to thank all of you guys for coming in here today to watch and support your fellow Keene State Owls, or just support the Owls in general if you're not a student here. We did see that love from UNH. And other than that, we have a Overwatch stream tomorrow at 9:30 due to a reschedule. So we'd like to thank all of you for coming in, and you all have a wonderful night.